Good morning, guys. Welcome to the local pundit. That's my best Josh impression. Hey, Paddy. Hey, Aaron. How are you?
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
So that's about as good a Josh impression as I can do. He's down sipping margaritas, and we are going to get stuck into the That's a Wrap show. What a massive weekend of football, guys. What do you think? How are we all settled down after the weekend?
I mean, we're good. We're all right. We're still top of the table, and that's all that matters.
We are still top of the table.
It's all that matters.
What do you think, Phil? Paddy?
The weekend matches were good. The scores were decent, and the results not too bad for us. We were top of the table. Yes, look, we lost to Birmingham, but that wasn't unexpected. They played really well. So look, we'll talk more about it later, but can't win them all.
Well, do we want to jump straight into it?
Yeah,
let's do it.
I think we jump straight into it. Our first match of the day is Aaron's going to kick us off with Mansfield v Cambridge.
All right. So Mansfield and Cambridge Town, or Cambridge United, sorry. Mansfield Town, Cambridge United. Mansfield pulled off a 2-1 win. This one was interesting because this is two teams that I think are going to be battling with each other right around the same type of area. Cambridge might be a little more in the relegation battle, but I think Mansfield will be just outside of it, just a few spots ahead. So these are two teams will be playing real close. So it'll be it was an interesting match that I interesting result, see how they matched up against each other. And really, go ahead, roll the tape because it looked like a really fun match to watch. Here we go. Here's Cambridge. Cambridge moving down the field. Let's see what this is. Cross into the box. Header saved easily. It's Christy Pym, and I think it's his name, Christy Pym, in goal. Mansfield goes ahead and watch this. Boom. That's it. Beauty of a shot. Lee Gregory, he's 36 years old. 36 years old, just doing it right. That's his first goal of the game, which that'll give you a little idea what's to come. Here comes Cambridge, and nice shot. I really think Pym should have done better there. But they even it up 1-1. And that's that was in the 50th minute. And then we get later on in the game. I think this is it coming. This is the highlight for it. We get into the 68th minute, and just a rocket shot from Lee Gregory. When I first watched this highlight, I didn't even realize that he was shooting. I thought he was passing it in, and the ball just goes straight in the net. And I'm like, holy cow. Wow. It was unbelievable. Really awesome shot. Good to see, man. And this is just a scramble. I mean, this ball here could have went in. Mad scramble right in front of the goal. They did have a player go down. I think there's a little bit of a penalty shout there. They had a player go down in the box, and here's another one. Just balls going everywhere, kicking it around. It's a mad scramble, and somehow they don't score. Somehow there's no score there, and that's the final whistle. Mansfield holds on to their win, 2-1. Really, I really hope they stay up. I really like Mansfield. I think they're a good team, or I just like them as a team. I'd like to see the teams that came up with us do well. So that was a fun little game. I'll go down and hit some little extra stats here. Both pretty even, 50-50 on ball possession. They both had 15 shots. Mansfield had 6 shots on target, and Cambridge had 5. It was just a real even match. Fun, looked like a fun match to watch if you're there. I don't have any update. Oh, here we go. There's 7,294 fans in the stadium for it. So, and it was at Mansfield. So, Yeah, great.
Mansfield up 1 at home.
Yeah,
Wow.
they won at home. Look like a good game. So fun one to watch.
Well, next up, Paddy, what have we got here? Northampton v Wickham.
Northampton Town versus Wickham Wanderers at Sixfield Stadium. Roughly 6,000 people in attendance, so loads of empty seats around the place. Fun match, bit messy.
Let me know when you want me to roll the tape.
Yeah, go for it. Fun match, bit messy. They're both lower. Now Wickham did deserve the win. Overall, stats kind of showed that as well, but it wasn't amazing by either side. Northampton look weak. They look weaker to me. They didn't look the better team. Possession-wise, it was about even, 53-47 for Wickham. Expected goals, they did have the higher at 2.5 and 1 on the other side. So that's roughly how it ended up, 2-1. They had more shots, 14 versus 6. On target, only 4. So, they should have done better. They should have beaten them more cleanly here. But, of course, they had a penalty as well. So, do they really deserve that goal? Look, a penalty is a penalty, but they didn't make the chance themselves, So, Northampton are going to be down near that bottom somewhere.
Yeah, going to be a tough season for them, you think?
It'll be a tough season for them, yeah.
Well, then Wickham got up. So, look, we beat them 3-2. They scored 2 goals against us. They've scored 2 goals against their away to win.
Yep.
So, respect.
Yeah, hit and miss on the matches they've had. 2 wins, 2 draws and a loss, I think, or 2 losses and a draw. So they're getting some points, but they're very beatable.
Okay. Well, we'll jump straight into the next one. Next one's me. I've got Shrewsbury at home to Charlton. And basically, Shrewsbury, who I think are going to really struggle this season, up against a very good team, Charlton, who I think are going to be a big threat this year. And here's the highlights. Basically, you'll see there, look, could have so easily scored there, no goal. And Charlton, really could have got home there, and they did. They should have scored there. So that was very early on in the game. So this game was a real tight one. It was pretty even possession, 55 to 45% to Shrewsbury. They're trying to get the ball away there. Bang, off the bar. Look at that, like a real threat. So, but Charlton definitely look like a team that are going to go well this year. Here's Shrewsbury in the first half, pushing forward, deep on the left, deep cross in, and header. Couldn't quite get the header on it. Couldn't quite get it there. Missed on the right side. So Shrewsbury had their chance there at home, obviously, and a bit feeling very frustrated about that. Now we get into the second half. Got a corner here from the left, Charlton, deep to the far post, headed back, and very messy. 59th minute, and that was Ahadme that got credited with that goal in the 49th minute. So a very messy goal though. So we get deeper into the second half here. Shrewsbury, they had a good chance there, good chance back to cross, but well defended by the keeper. So it was, a really, really tight game, and it really could have been anything here as it gets deeper and deeper into the second half. And then kick away. The game is nearly over here. The ref's waiting to blow the whistle. You can see him there. He's letting it play out. And basically, here we are, Shrewsbury trying to cross and nothing. And again, look at that. That is so lucky. Yeah.
Wow.
So just could have been anything that game. And it just, basically it was just Charlton getting the point, getting the 3 points away.
That result, just watching that, it looks, how was that game that close? Because I feel like Charlton really should have done a job on them. So it's surprising. It's surprising that they didn't. So I wonder if maybe they had somebody out.
Shrewsbury.
Yeah.
Because, obviously they could have, could have got some points there, and to come away with no points at home, just starting to re-cement for me.
Could have done us a favour.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
and there's going to be games going either way this year, and there's going to be so many upsets, in my opinion.
Yeah. Charlton's one of those teams. Charlton's a team that I just can't quite get figured out yet because of who they lost, and I didn't think they replaced that well. Coming into the season, I didn't think they'd be all that great. I thought they'd be mid-table, but then they've played really well, up to this point. So it's that result surprising to me. I mean, they won. A win's a win. 3 points is 3 points. But it's still. I mean, after seeing Shrewsbury though, it's like, they're not good. They're not good.
And I mean, look, I'd see the comment down there. Good show, gents. Jealous I'm not on. Josh, big respect to you, mate. I'm here. I'm pushing a lot of buttons here, trying to keep up with everything. So I understand the job you do. And I'm going okay so far. We'll see if I can hold it together. It's so funny. But now we're going to get on to the next game, which is down to our old mate Aaron, and he should know everything about this game. Rotherham v Burton. What do you got for us?
I got this game on lock. I know everything about it. I know everybody that was in it. We got Rotherham versus Burton.
You boys tell me when you want me to roll the tape.
Hey, roll it, let her rip. Ended up a 2-2 draw. I think Rotherham will be a little up. Looks like Rotherham were the better team. Just when you looking at the stat, it's just is what it is. One of those results they're probably not happy with. They've struggled this season. They've had a tough time. I'm not sure why they're having trouble getting results. There's 8,700 fans in the stadium, at Rotherham. So Rotherham was the home team. Couldn't get the job done. I heard there was apparently there's a little bit of booing. Fans are starting to get a little restless. There was the substitution. Apparently one of the I can't remember actually. I believe it was Sam Nambe when he got. Is that the one? Sam Nambe in the 72nd minute got subbed off, and apparently, according to their fans that I had listened to, he had been basically their best player, and they subbed him off, and they let Steve Evans hear it. So the fans weren't happy. Steve Evans wasn't happy with the fans. He didn't do the post-game interview. Steve Evans is their coach, by the way. And so it's a real interesting stuff going on down there in Rotherham. So
both teams come away with a point from that game.
Both come away with a point.
Keeps the table tight. Okay, Paddy, what do we got? Bolton Wanderers v Huddersfield. Looks like you've got a bit of a banger here.
This is the game of the weekend, and just hold off on the highlights for a second with that one, because there's a little bit of story here. Bolton Wanderers have been playing like trash, so they have not been doing very well at all. Lineups, who's their manager? Let me get his name correctly. Ian Evatt. So he's in a bit of trouble. People have already been calling for his head from last week. And then coming into this match, they have Huddersfield. Huddersfield are up the top. We really want Bolton to do well here, but they get pumped. And Huddersfield, interestingly, have a 3-1-4-2 system, which is a little unusual. Not many teams play that. So very attack heavy, with three at the back, one sitting back off the midfield. So it's basically a 3-5-2, but
slightly different formation.
Yeah.
So that one, he must be the controller, is he? In the playing that 3-1-4-2. Oh, Paddy, you've frozen up.
We lost him.
We've lost him. Frozen up. Look at him. we need to screenshot that shot of Paddy right now. Look at him.
We could do some terrible things.
He was that surprised with this match.
There he goes.
Is it just me to cut out there, or everybody?
No, just you.
Just me. Okay. Well, it's a variation on a 3-5-2, but it's 3-1, doing all the defensive duties, and then the 5-2 up front. So start rolling it there. This is a really fun match. The goals in this are great. Okay. The Huddersfield just dominate. The possession is about 50-50, but all the shots, all the chances, swinger in and a header
Bang.
straight into the goal. Just turns it straight into the goal. Lovely little turn on the header. The defense did not have him at all.
I don't mind that kit.
Yeah. I don't mind it either. I kind of like it.
Nice away kit, bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, pen. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, second one is straight into a penalty. And they score that. That is Josh Karoma. Again, he has been all over this match. And he's someone to look out for in future. I didn't particularly like his penalty, the way he was messing about at the end and doing his stutter stop and stuff. But look, he scored it, so that's all that's needed. And they just kept going. More shots, more big chances. Swinger in. They do okay with that bit. And now Messi, bounce. Keeps bouncing. Not getting cleared.
Mm-hmm.
And shot. Straight up in the air. Bouncing.
Wow, look at this.
It keeps going. And look at that pass. Now, boom.
Wow.
Yeah. Looked up, saw the open man straight out to him, and he got a nice curler and got straight through the defence. Keeper saw it late, got down with a hand, couldn't hold it.
Bolton defenders were a bit like deers in the headlights there, weren't they?
Yeah, all over the place, yeah. And that is, yeah, look at this. And back to the keeper, and he kicks it to the attacker. Yeah. And straight back in.
Please do that against us. Please do that against us.
Roll it back. Roll it back. People want to
okay.
Go on. That's worthy of a roll back. Because that's the end of it there. They were already done at this stage. Watch. To the keeper. There you go. Three attackers in front of him. And he doesn't boot the ball.
Where the hell was he going with it? Well, here's what's sad is he actually had an open man to his left. He just kicked it straight to them. Like, I don't even know what he was trying to do.
No, as it happens, after the third goal, at about the 70-minute mark, people were gone. People were filing out of the stadium at 70 minutes. I was watching some local match reporters doing their podcast as they were walking away from the stadium, and they heard the fourth goal in the background.
Oh, God.
So, no. Again, info from some other podcasts about the team. So it turns out there have been meetings with the coach about whether he should be fired or not. And what's been said is that at least one, maybe two of his staff are being let go. And he is kind of under review until next month. So he's got like maybe the next 4 matches to prove that they're doing okay. And their next matches are easier.
He's in charge until they find a guy they want.
Kind of, yeah. Look, unless they win every match and things completely turn around.
Yeah, they'd have to.
But it is very interesting that they let some other members of the staff go and kept him.
Yeah,
because they could have done it the other way around. They could have gotten rid of the manager and then let the other coaching staff take over until they found someone. There does seem to be some interest in keeping him from the board. So we'll see. We'll see where that goes.
He's been there for 4 years. He got him promoted from League Two. So he's got a little bit of, I don't know. He's done, you know what I mean? He's proved he can do it for him. And so he's got a little that's probably, he's got a little loyalty there probably, and I think if he was anywhere else, he's gone,
So the question then, like, Ken, would you ever let go of a manager who's been with you for multiple years, can't get you out of League One, but they got you to the playoff final and lost it? Would you let him go in the summer and try someone new? Or would you say he's close enough, stick with him?
I probably wouldn't, but that then also comes down to the financials, where we're at as a club. Are we really pushing for promotion?
Yeah.
Are we happy? One.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the first question I'd ask. Then whatever the answer to that, if the answer to that question is, if we can stay in League One, we're happy. Absolutely no way would I get rid of that manager. If
I don't think they are.
No, and if we're really pushing for promotion, then I'm not saying get rid of the manager. I'm saying you then have to ask a serious question. Is this the man to push us to the championship? Or do we need to look at a restructure here because we've sort of gotten our comfort zone? Tough decisions to make, but that requires very good structure and very good organisation from upper management. And it sounds like he's done a good job. And I guess in all fairness to him, they played against a team there. And yes, it was a 4-0 drubbing. But that Huddersfield are a team that I think are going to be threatening for auto-promotion this season.
Yeah, I think so too. Real quick to Kelly made a little point here. This reminds me of a pinball game. And I was just thinking about some of the other matches. After watching what we watched yesterday, and then going back and watching these other League One games, you realize how good that game really was. Now, granted, it wasn't good for us. That football we saw last night was unbelievable. Yeah. Sorry, I had to get that in there because Aaron, when you see stuff like that, it's like it was like a different. That was not League One football that we watched last night. So.
Yeah, and good comment to put up there, Paddy. Matt Al did say earlier, Bolton are bottom 4. In his surprise, he thought they'd be contenders, but yes and no. And I think they'll be midfield. Should we be concerned we only managed to 0-0 draw against Bolton? No, very early in the season. Yes, we're sitting top of the table, but you have to take each game at the start of the season with a grain of salt, in my opinion.
Yeah, looking at what's happened now, there is a case to be made that we could have / should have beaten them. However, you don't know what these results are going to be at the start of a new season. And at the start of the season, everybody was saying that they should be number 2 this year. Pretty much it's Birmingham and then them. So it makes total sense that Parky would have set up more defensively in an away match against a top team and maybe played a little bit for the draw instead of the attacking play that we did with Peterborough. So, I think that's fair.
Well, why don't we move on to the next match, which was, this one's mine, Stevenage at home v Barnsley. And here we go. We shall roll the tape straight away. Get straight into it. So this was a match that basically was the home team really did a job here. Stevenage at home. And they have scored, but the first half was just threat after threat. So there's Barnsley just missing, and it's game on, like early on. First half, full of opportunities. Possession was 60-40 in favour of Barnsley for this match. Stevenage had 13 shots on target, and Barnsley had 9. Lots of attempts. Look at this. Bang, first half, just over the top. And, it was just one of those games that here we go. We're already into the second half now. So we're going to start to see the goals now. And here we go. Bang, bang. And there you go. First goal to Elliot List in the 54th minute. So, it took all the way to the second half for this game to open up. Not a huge crowd. I actually don't have the numbers, to be fair. I'm sorry about that, boys. I'm not as good as you guys as I've been trying to push buttons. So there we go. Missed attempt there. We didn't have to wait too long though, because there was an attempt there. Remember, the last goal was 54th. That was another attempt. Then we get here a little bit longer on, 59th minute, bang, corner from the left, header by Carl Perigiani. Nice Italian name there, Piergiani. Then obviously here we are now with Barnsley trying to get back into the game, but Stevenage, all over this. So it was not good for them. We get very deep into the match now, and Barnsley obviously up 2-0. Stevenage up 2-0. My apologies. Barnsley threatening, and there we go, cross and bang, 3-0. That is the game, done and dusted there, all over. So basically, we had a very, very clinical win there by Stevenage in the end at home.
You got to start with the kit. What is going on with that pink kit?
They deserve to lose.
Yes, they deserve to lose for wearing that.
That was a shocker, wasn't it?
I don't care how much you're paying me. I'm not wearing that.
Oh, shoot. Hey, real
Yeah.
quick, I got your crowd for you. 4206 was in attendance.
Champion. Thank you. Aaron's got my back. What a legend. What a legend. But yeah, I mean, look, let's face it, Stevenage v Barnsley. I think these are two midfield teams at best, threatening for the playoffs, but midfield to lower midfield. And a game that I don't see too much out of these two teams this season, in my opinion.
Here's I like that one.
They should rethink the this way. Well, at least their stomachs are settled, which is a good thing.
Yeah. But look, you can have highlights around it or something to break it up. Come on.
I mean, listen, they needed some Pepto-Bismol because that loss is gonna be hard to swallow because they took it on the chin in that one.
Yeah, they did. They did very tough. Very
tough.
Well, we get into a team now that we're coming up against this week, and basically, here we are. This one's you, Aaron. Crawley v Stockport.
All right, a couple teams we know a little bit about. I bet nobody can guess who scores first. What player would score first in a Stockport game? Can anybody guess? Does his name possibly start with an L? Louis Berry. Go ahead and play the clip. Yeah, Louis Berry. No surprise, right off the bat in this game. 6 minutes in, and he just I don't know what Crawley were doing. I don't think they knew what they were doing, but he just takes this ball, runs across the top of the box.
Oh, my God.
Great play by this player. Fakes it. They thought he was going to get it, and he just knocks that thing in. Just a nice little dummy, and I can't remember what the other player's name was coming across.
He
stepped right over that ball. He stepped right over that ball, drug the defender with him, and Louis Berry just buries that goal. Real good stuff. Crawley. Yeah. They this game is kind of it's hard to tell how this really was because the stats are weird. I mean, not really. Crawley had most of the possession, but they had 60% of possession. But it doesn't sound like a Stockport game to me. Yeah, that should have been a goal. Yeah.
Wow.
But really, as far as chances, they both created a similar amount of chances. Look at this.
Penalty.
Just a terrible penalty. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Just tackle.
That was a good move, He beat the man and was on.
Yeah, great run. Like I said, this was the first goal they scored, I think, in 3 weeks. So
that wasn't a great
penalty. No, not a. I mean, I'm not sure what to think about this match because the highlights don't show a lot, so I don't know how it was really played. They were even on. I mean, expected goals were almost even, 1.3 to 1.4. Total shots 10 to 11. Shots on target 3 to 4. So I mean, it was just a real even sounding match. But Crawley, of course, held the ball for the most part, which that's what they do. I mean, that's how they play, and they're good at it. But it just, I actually, I said it the other day. I think it was on your stream yesterday, Sheldon, Patty. I said that I'm not sure about Stockport. I don't think they're as good as what they've seemed to be because they haven't played anybody important. I think Louis Berry's carrying them, and if he gets called back in January, they're in trouble because he's only on loan. They didn't get him on a permanent. So if he goes back, if somebody wants to buy him in January, and apparently there's a lot of championship teams with their eyes on him.
They should have.
They
what's
could.
What's it roughly worth?
I don't know. Honestly, don't know.
But
the way he's performing, that's going up. Whatever it is, it's heading up.
But imagine you're another League One contending team, and you need a player to get him
Okay.
away from Stockport.
I'll tell you, he's a hell of a player. You got to give him that. The kid scores goals. So
Yep.
yeah, I'm not
There
sure
we
what to
go.
think
Well,
of
that's
that one.
interesting.
Good result here. Good result for us. It was a good result for us.
Yeah.
Them getting
Well,
a draw was a good result for us. So
we'll lean back on you a little bit later, I think, Aaron, on that one, because we know who we're coming up against, Crawley, this weekend.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, next up, we've got Paddy's got Blackpool at home to Exeter City.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes. Interesting match. Lower end of the table, 50-50 roughly. 8,800 at the match in Bloomfield Road, Blackpool at home. Blackpool were expected to be doing a lot better this season, but so far they haven't found any really good form. You can go ahead and roll there.
Okay.
They just replaced their manager recently too.
Yes, new manager for Blackpool. So
He's
let's
pushing
see what he
buttons
can do.
easy, by the way.
Oh my Lord!
Through the
What
legs.
was that? What
Yeah, so that
was
was-
that?
I want to replay that.
Go on,
That was
go on,
so.
replay it.
Yeah, replay that. No, first of all, how's he that open? Second of all,
Oh my God!
how does that
I'm
happen?
going back again. We're watching that again. Look at watch this.
Unreal.
From a throw,
I
bounces,
mean,
volleyed
That's
in between the legs, got a good deflection in behind the post. Nothing could be done about it. So
That's
that was it at 19
disgraceful.
minutes. That starts it, yeah. And from there, that starts a lot of back and forth. Blackpool had most of it in the first half. No more goals in the first half.
Yep. Look. Could have been a goal there, though.
Yeah, couldn't finish it. So a lot of this, Exeter did well, actually, keeping out. The major chances seemed to be for Blackpool. But again, there was a lot of shots in this match. 15 total shots for Blackpool and 11 for Exeter. So the highlights may not do it justice completely for Exeter, but they don't look like they had the most of it. And the possession timings as well seem like they only had small spurts of it.
Yep.
And again, another save there. Nice shot in. Keeper got down low, got to his post.
Mm-hmm. Oh!
Love.
What
Swing
a banger!
Swing in, and keeper
I
couldn't
want to
get
watch
near
that
it.
again. That was a banger.
Yeah, right from the outside.
Oh!
Don't think anybody touched it whatsoever. Straight in. Yeah.
That's an
So
awesome goal.
Lovely goal by Francis. This is 88 minutes, so the getting towards the end of the match, and they've pulled out a draw, or have they?
Oh!
Nope, not in. Look at that,
Wow.
cleared off the line. Exeter probably deserve a draw, maybe.
oh,
But just wait.
Corner.
90 minutes plus 4. And it's in. It's a header across the box, and husband gets on the end of it with a toe,
wow.
turning
You'd
backwards.
be devastated if you're Exeter,
Yeah.
wouldn't you?
Yeah, and it's over. They've lost the 3
Wow.
points, and Exeter needed them. Absolutely, they needed them. So Blackpool won't be up there. I don't think so. They might do okay. They'll take points off some people, maybe us, but yeah, they're solidly mid-table so far. I think looking at them.
Yep.
It's interesting when they got when Steve Bruce was announced as the new coach. A lot of their fans were not happy. Weren't happy with the style of football he plays. I think he's considered more of a dinosaur. I don't know if that sounds familiar or not, but that type of manager. So it'll be interesting to see how he does there. I mean, he's managed some big teams. He's been in the Premier League. I mean, he's managed some big teams. So
Blackpool get the points there, but Exeter get the goal of the match. But the goal of the match doesn't get you the 3 points, does it?
no.
Yeah.
Wow. Pretty tough. That's crazy. Well, there you go. Well, why don't we move straight on? Next one, we had Bristol Rovers at home to Wigan Athletic, which is just very interesting indeed. And I will roll the tape straight away here. Aaron, if you can do me the favour again of getting me the stadium numbers as I
Sure
take
can.
to full screen. And yeah, and we get early on here, Bristol Rovers that are in for a very, very long, hard season if Wigan Athletic do this to them. So look at that, just going wide there, just very tough, very tough. But we sort of got most of the way through the. You know what, guys? My apologies. Either I've written down the wrong score there. No, I totally stuffed that up. Let's just go back. That's a major balls up from me there, because I have the result down. I have the result down as Wigan beating Bristol 4-0, which is correct. So I've put up the wrong highlights video.
Put up the wrong highlights.
Yeah, my apologies. Wow. Because Wigan have a totally tailed up Bristol Rovers there 4-0. So there it is. Ken pushing buttons, going to take ownership. That'll screw up on my behalf.
Hey, I got your back though. 7,925.
I was about to say, you know what I did get right? The crowd numbers. Damn it.
That's fantastic.
At least your notes were correct, and you watched the right match.
There you go.
Oh my God.
Kim's got it. Oh.
Yeah. 10. Kelly, thank you very much. I guess that's for training. That's going straight to training. That $5.
Start the pot over. Kim says start the pot over.
Okay. Right.
Oh my God.
Moving on. Vote to get Ken a Pepto-Bismol kit. Now, I like the joke. However, what I like even more is if we come up with some sort of competition, and the loser gets the kit and has to wear it for a week on stream or something.
Ooh,
that could be fun.
I'm in for this. I'm in. Yep. What are we doing? We'll
think about that, and we'll worry about that later. Anybody in the Discord who would like to make a comment and a suggestion, throw it up there.
And let's put it in the YouTube show section of the Discord. Try and find the ugliest kid, and then we'll see. We'll come up with maybe a top 3 and vote on it. What do you think, boys?
It has to be the pink kit, but we'll have to.
Oh, we're going the pink kit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's ugly. Yeah, that's ugly.
That's horrible.
Yep. So then I guess, I'm going to move straight on from that disaster that I just caused just then to the to the Peterborough v Lincoln City, which is Aaron, who's just disappeared for a second. He's obviously getting himself ready, and he's just laughing at the fact that I've totally stuffed that up. So we'll wait for Aaron to come back. But look, we're a bit over halfway. We haven't got many more games to go, actually.
He may have issues. He disconnected.
Got issues. Okay. Well, could do.
Let's skip him for now until he gets back, maybe.
Let's skip him for now. Give me a second, guys. I've got to line up the other video, which I can do. We'll go straight on to you, Shell. You've got Reading v Leyton Orient, so we can definitely do that one. And as I take a few seconds to get the video ready, here we go.
Yeah, so we have Reading not doing particularly great. We beat them already this season, and Leyton Orient, who are down near the bottom. Not much in this match, only a single goal.
Yep. You let me know when you want me to
stats for this one: 55% for Reading and 45% for Leyton Orient. Go ahead and roll it.
Roll the tape. Welcome back, Aaron.
Roll the tape.
We'll come back to you.
Okay. So, shot coming in. Nope. Keeper got to it. Nice save by the keeper. That was good, actually. A good free kick in and a good save. Ball bouncing around. Oh, more ping pong and a wayward shot. No, Leyton are actually doing okay here in this match. They're getting the best of it, and across into the box. Oh, and the keeper saves again. Quite a few shots coming in from Leyton.
Wow.
Which is a bit unusual. So shots on target actually ended up 4 for Reading and 3 for Leyton Orient, but just regular shots 11-13. So lots of shots were coming in on this one, much attack, and Leyton are after scoring there at 28 minutes.
Oh, that was
and
a good
again,
attempt.
Look at that shot, yeah. Big chances, shots on target. Leyton have not. I haven't covered many of their matches, but here they look much better than their position. And
Reading. Oh, look at this.
Reading, yeah, just can't finish it.
Yeah,
just can't finish it.
Very tough for them.
Yeah, and Reading again are really hard. They haven't actually changed their owners yet either. Still hasn't officially gone through.
So still an embargo. Tough for them at the moment.
And you can see it on their faces there. They're trying so hard. Lots of shots going in, but just couldn't do it.
No.
Okay. I think I'm back. My internet decided to fall apart on me.
That's okay, mate. That's okay. So we have, So do we want to? We'll go back and do you have our old friends Peterborough up against Lincoln City. So I will get that ready for you now. Here we go. Only be one more second.
Yeah, it's still acting up, Ken.
Is it? We can hear you.
Aaron, do you want to try and just drop the video and do audio only?
Just give him a second. Try talking, Aaron.
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
We can hear you.
Sounds good.
All right. We can try that.
A few technical issues today. Most of them are my fault, by the way. Okay. Well, I'll roll the tape for you, Aaron.
All right, roll the tape. So Peterborough versus Lincoln City ends in a 1-1 draw. Real strange one as far as game goes. Peterborough controlled the ball 71% to 29%, but neither team really did anything. The expected goals even though they had 71%, expected goals for Peterborough was only 0.53. Just a strange game. Both had 9 shots. Both had 5 shots on target. Just a weird game, I think. Nothing really happening till we get to the 33rd minute. Ben House scores for Lincoln.
Yep.
And puts them up 1-0.
So they go up 1-0. So what's his first half, second half?
You guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Keep going.
All right. You guys are kind of breaking up a little bit in my ears.
You're perfect, Aaron. You hear
Yeah. And then in the 65th minute, Kwame Paku, hell of a goal, ties it up 1-1.
That's a great left-footed goal there. Yep, that's a great goal, Poku, and that's where he was shut down in our match, but that was a great goal, and that's 1-1.
Yeah.
As it continues on here, wow. Peterborough with another chance there. Lincoln City, who's another threatening team.
Oh.
Keeper made himself big there. That was good work by the team.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Peterborough is not doing very well at all. And I'm going to keep kicking them until they eventually start doing something. Because I expected them to be better than they are. And the further down the table they end up this season, maybe the happier I'll be at the moment.
Yep.
Sorry
Yeah.
about that, boys. Can you hear me okay?
You okay? Yep.
We
You're back
can,
there.
mate. We can. Yeah. Just
Anyway, there's about 9,500 people at the game, 1,600 away fans. So there you go.
Yep.
That's the best I could do. Paku looked good.
Yeah,
good.
he's not their player. Is he on loan?
I think he's their player. He is. He's their player.
Is? Okay.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
I'm going to do something here just to make everyone happy because that was clearly a screw up from me before. I'm going to go back and we'll quickly go through
The highlights again. The
the
correct highlights.
Rotherham v Burton game.
Okay.
So I will, here we are. And I'll bring this one up and roll the tape. We'll just quickly go through that. So that was my mistake. I apologise for that, guys. We had it right. So this was that Rotherham v Burton game of yours, Aaron.
Oh, we went through. I think we got that one, didn't we?
I thought I had these right. Did he say that was right?
It was your
that one. It was yours that was wrong.
It was yours that was wrong.
Well,
Yeah.
Lupin 788 had said, but I thought I had that one right. Didn't I? That we showed these highlights. I had that right.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It was the one that I had, which was Bristol v Wigan, wasn't it? So let's get that out of there.
Yeah.
And remove that. We just don't need that. That's just terrible, Ken. Terrible work by me. I can own my mistakes. So we literally had, obviously, the Bristol v Wigan, which was a 4-0 drubbing. And I can definitely bring that back up if we just give me a second. You guys chat for a sec.
Yep. So anyway, any surprise results for you, Patty, this week?
Leyton taking out Reading. I thought Reading would have done it.
Yeah, I agree.
And Bolton losing is not a surprise, but losing the way they did, yeah, I don't see Bolton coming back anytime soon. So I think they're definitely in for a manager change in the near future.
Yeah.
And here we go. So Bristol, sorry about that. Yeah, Wigan will be in their blue kit. I would have thought, but we'll just make sure of that. So yeah, because it was a 4-0 drubbing. And this match, I guess the thing that I took from this match was Bristol, bye-bye. You are no threat this season. You can't be beaten at home 4-0 by a team unless you're playing Birmingham or, possibly Huddersfield. I think are obviously another very top team. I'd like to say we're in that league, but I think I think everybody is a step below Birmingham. They're definitely the class act, but we'll quickly just roll through these highlights. So as you can see, it goes through fairly quickly. I might even just speed up the tape here because we've got bingo, first goal. So yeah, Wigan in the black, and we scroll through to a 4-0 win in the end, which obviously, as I scroll through that, how are we going for time? 54 minutes. Yeah. Tell you what, I'm going to remove this. We'll get straight onto our game, which is just. Sorry about that, boys. Whatever. I shut down the screen. Is everyone back?
I'm good.
Yep. Sorry about that. That was my fault.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Let's get this game out of here. Get it gone. And we will add in the next game, which is the one the banger that we all helped watch on Monday night with every single celebrity turning up, Bex, Tom Brady, Rob McElhenney, they were all there. And we'll roll the tape straight away because we do know the result. It was just an unlucky 3-1 defeat for Wrexham. They were robbed. This is the early first goal. Bang. We know. Deflection, Marriott. How are you feeling about this game, guys, after the match now? A couple of days after?
I'm okay with it. I don't mind the scoreline, to be honest. We had to take a match like this at some point. And I'm actually quite happy that it was potentially the best team in the league. So
I agree.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all.
Yep.
And it was away from home as well. If this was a home match now, I might be more upset.
Yep. Yeah. It's definitely. I mean, look, Birmingham turned up for this match, and this is probably the best they've played all season, and that's great. I mean, I think we were competitive. I think, unfortunately, we just sat a bit too deep through this match. In the end, especially once Birmingham scored their first goal, that definitely, which is coming up very soon. We just roll the tape here. We'll let it play.
That I really like that, actually.
That was a great short corner.
That was a great short corner, a great setup. It actually wasn't as close as I originally thought it was. He was a bit far outside the post. But those sort of setups, and I mentioned this previously, we're seeing a bit more. People are more organized with a couple of kind of trick plays.
Yeah.
And we should be doing more. It has been a big weakness for us, is our corners, and some of the free kicks. Obviously, we have scored, so I'm not saying we don't, but we waste a lot of our free kicks as well.
I think we need to be better from our set pieces.
Definitely, yeah.
And bang and bang. There's the goal. Yeah, I mean, look, we've been amongst the pundits. We've had a difference of opinion on whether that should have been deflected away. I think Aaron, what did you were leaning? Oh no, Aaron's dropped out, hasn't he? We've lost him.
Aaron's not. Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron. I know Aaron is of the opinion now with Josh that he probably should have deflected it wide. I'm not. I don't know. Where did you sit, Paddy?
I will allow the argument that he should be trying to push it out wide. That yes, that would be the aim. But when it comes in like that, and you get down late, he wasn't fully outstretched either. His hands ended up here at his chest level. And it was just a deflection off himself. Like, there's not much you can do with that.
There's two defenders either side of Stanfield. That ball goes 6 feet either side, and it's not a goal. But it was, and that's
that's Josh's argument.
That's fair.
I suppose the tiniest movement, and it can be taken away. But look,
when here at the local pundit, we never like to say that Josh is right. But
I still don't say he's right. I still don't agree with him. Just because in general you would like to aim it away from the front of the goal does not mean you are able to do so in all situations. He's not a Premier League keeper. So there's only so much you can ask.
Who is in this league? Let's be fair.
Well, I know, but that's my point. There's only so much you can ask of a person, and I think asking him to take a shot like that and also be perfectly deflecting it out to the side, is too much to ask. A lot of other keepers, that was gone in. You know what I mean? So,
So we get to the second half now. Bang. Too easy. That was just too easy.
Yeah.
I was disappointed in that goal. It was like we weren't ready. We came out, they were ready to play, and we weren't. Yeah.
Are you watching the comments?
Oh, yeah. The whole Harry Potter. Don't hold up, guys. I mean, we'll have a vote. I'm going to say I thought I might have got Slytherin with the blonde hair. I thought I might have got Slytherin. when I say blonde, basically white. Yeah.
I'm not even
And
sure who they're talking about. Like I think it's me. They're saying Slytherin. I think you were
yeah,
Huff,
right.
Hufflepuff, but I'm not
Me
sure.
was Hufflepuff originally, as we watched this match play out. I'm a piffle Huff. It's but I think I don't know. Slytherin, who's going to be? We've got all these. I don't know, guys. I don't know which houses. Everyone's a bit confused now. Yeah. So, but I mean, look, we've got. I'm actually going to. Oh, we'll let it play out. We'll watch their other goal. Not that I really want to. There we go. Okay. I'm going to call that now. I've seen enough of this pain. I don't need to see any more.
Look,
Goodbye.
that last goal was lovely. It
Yes.
was. So difficult to stop that right inside the post, just barely inside that post, straight into the side netting. That was a great shot.
Yes, it was. And I think what I've actually got here now, Shell, so as we'll get into this now, let's have a look at the state of the nation where it is as we sit.
Yeah.
Here we go. So even after all that huffing and puffing and Hufflepuffing, we're still sitting top of the table.
Yeah.
After 6 matches for us, but on 13 points. So, what do you think about this at the moment? How the table sits with the teams, and I guess not just us, the teams below us as well.
Yeah, if you look at the top 6 there, you have Wrexham, Birmingham, Charlton, Huddersfield, Stockport County, and Lincoln City are now in the 6th position. Everybody has played at least 5 games now, and Charlton Athletic in 3rd have the same number as us as well. So it's only Birmingham City is technically going ahead of us there. Stockport County can actually go ahead as well. So can Lincoln.
Yep.
But that's a close pack. And it's fair. After that, we're starting to see drop off already. So
I'll tell you, that top 6 could well be the top 6 at the end of the season. Maybe not in that order, but could well be the top 6.
It's possible. Yeah, it's very possible that could already be the 6 near the end. Barnsley, yes, they could be up there. Mansfield Town, I don't expect them to be up this high.
Okay. Yep.
Stevenage, no. Wickham Wanderers, no. Peterborough United, maybe. Again, if they go on a run, they're getting a lot of faith just in history and other people's opinions. I'm giving them a bit of grace there. Reading won't be consistent. Crawley Town, no. Bristol Rovers, Wigan Athletic. A lot of people rate them, but so far they have not done it.
Only 2 wins, and they've lost all their other 3 games. They didn't even have a draw.
Didn't have draws,
in that first 5 matches.
Yeah. Exeter, then Rotherham, who everybody were high on. Really poor start by them. But they did actually take out Huddersfield.
Yes.
So they are capable. They are capable on their day, but they just haven't been hitting it yet either. Northampton Town, Blackpool, Burton Albion, Bolton is the one that's kind of ridiculous at the moment. But if they leave it too much longer, they're going to be in trouble as well. Then they're going to have to go through a management change. So yeah, like I don't see this pack of 10-12 that people were originally saying were all going to be chasing the playoffs at the moment.
Well, what do you think?
It's very, very early.
Well, let's talk about the bottom to start. Let's talk about the bottom.
Yeah.
Because I've got that right up there now. So who do we like at the moment? Like there's 4 teams that get relegated.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, I think Leyton, Orient is going down. Or actually, I think those bottom 3 are all going. In my opinion, Leyton, Shrewsbury, and Cambridge.
Yeah.
Bolton, I don't expect to go down.
No.
Yep.
Probably Burton. Actually.
Burton. Okay. So basically what we're seeing now is the state of the nation we're thinking. Like with Bolton coming up and Burton falling. Blackpool, obviously, as well, I think are going to be in the running for that spot, unfortunately, for them. Rotherham will climb as we scroll back up. I think Bolton will climb, Rotherham will climb. You comfortable with that?
Yeah.
Yep. Then I start to get into a whole heap of teams. The other team that could possibly climb a little bit, in my opinion, is Peterborough. And Crawley Town could move up a little bit. But again, very inconsistent so far from both those teams.
Yeah. A lot of people rate Stevenage in the league. So far, I don't.
2 wins and a draw with 2 losses. So, I mean,
I just don't think the quality of their football is there. Very messy matches, and look, I haven't watched all the matches, so let's be fair about it. But so far they haven't impressed me that they can go on a significant run.
And there hasn't been any breaking news about the league being called off for the rest of the season, and this is the state of play. We've been promoted. No, they're going to play the rest of the matches. Okay, fair enough. I was hoping. Just, you never know. Live in hope. We're in first. So, I mean, we've got a top 6 there that I think is going to be very indicative of the end of the season, in my opinion. And you mentioned in your stat show last week, for those of you that want to do a deeper dive, that we're coming into a round of easier matches now.
Yes.
In inverted commas.
In inverted commas, yes. Now we have the next 5 matches, and one of them would be an upper table team, and the others would be very middling to lower table. And out of those 5, we have 3 home matches. I think 2 away. So that's
the question, Shell. What do you think about Wigan Athletic? People had them doing much better than where they are at right now.
They very much haven't seemed to come together. I haven't seen enough of them, but again, similar things. Like, I haven't been massively impressed by what I've seen so far, but I maybe haven't seen enough kind of just yet with Wigan. Again, they're another team that's highly rated, but so far been very slow getting off the blocks.
Yeah, and I tend to concur with that. I think that's a very good assessment of where the state of the nation for Wigan Athletic at the moment. And, you know, I haven't looked at their next 5 matches, but that's sort of something.
Match 10 is basically where a lot of people start saying, okay, the league is starting to take its final shape. That it'll then be slower movements from that point onwards. And you'll get an idea of which groups are going to be competing against each other. So I'm looking forward to that, because I will be doing some deep dive stat shows at 10 weeks, because that will be the most significant data. And what I am interested to do is have a look through these teams, especially the weaker looking teams that were expected to do better. And I want to have a look at what teams they've played, and have they played difficult teams or easy teams. You know, and try and balance it out just a little bit and get a better idea of who I expect to be moving up and moving down.
Yep, you'll be in December by then, roughly. You'll be like, you know, oh, sorry, no, you won't. No. 10 games. We're only a month away.
Only have another 4, so less than a month, halfway into next month.
4 and 5, and obviously by then you're sort of almost a quarter of the way through the season. It'll be interesting to see, like you said, who they've played at home and who they've played away. I think we'll also have a bit of a lean into why the state of the nation is at that point in time. I think that, you know, at the moment, if we can get on a bit of a run now, I mean, we played what is the best team in the league on Monday night, no doubt. Like, Birmingham should win this league. And I expect them to, and my hats will go off to them if they do. Do I want them to win? No, I want Wrexham to win. But, you know, I think Birmingham's the best team here.
Yeah, by a long way. Like I mentioned previously as well, just for the fun of it, I'd love to see Birmingham end up in the playoffs. But I certainly don't want to be in the playoffs with them. So
No.
yeah.
So I think I love that Ruby's back, and she's on it, and she is on a roll here today. Like, welcome back, Aaron.
Hi. Nobody missed me, did they?
Oh, mate, it's been like the show died without you. But
my internet died. Like, I mean, just absolutely died. Jesus.
Ruby, I'm going to say it is great to see you back. We've all missed you dearly. She's coming up with some great ideas here, and I can just think, yeah, there she is, Ruby. She's shouting out for you, mate.
Hey, Ruby. Yeah, I was following along. I was trying to follow along on the comments a little bit in between.
Have you got your kids into Harry Potter, Aaron?
You know, they never really got into it. I mean, I kind of was. My wife is.
Oh, so they're trying to class us all into different houses. Which house do you think?
Whom I don't know.
No,
I don't know. They gotta.
I'm going to be Hufflepuff, but I thought I'd be Slytherin.
I don't. I mean, doesn't everybody want to be a Hufflepuff though? Like,
no. Don't they all want to be?
It's not like everybody's like, "Well, I'm a Hufflepuff," and like, you know.
No, I thought everybody wanted to be in Harry's house.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know. So, Gryffindor. Aaron is a
Gryffindor. So Gryffindor, you got Hufflepuff, you got Slytherin. And what's the fourth one? I've missed the fourth. I can't remember the fourth one.
Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm happy just to be mentioned. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Aaron is Gryffindor. There you go. Aaron is Gryffindor. Loyal and true, that guy. So what are Paddy and I, Ruby? Bring it back up for us. Give it to us again.
I can't believe we've gone into
Harry
Potter.
I love
where the football show.
I love where the pod went while I was away. I'm really enjoying it.
And look, we've gotten through it. We did a bit of a table recap, Aaron, which you missed, which is fine. Well, do we want to give Aaron a look at the table, or do we just want to call it?
Go on, give him 2 minutes. See if he ends up saying the same thing as us.
Okay, right. Aaron. So we'll start at the bottom. What do you think of the bottom of the table right now?
What do I think of the bottom of the table? I think there's 3 teams down there that will probably be down there. I don't think Bolton will be down there. I think they will get it figured out. There's no that much talent. They get relegated. I'm going to say, if I had to pick, I'd say probably Northampton. I honestly, Crawley could end up down there too. I still don't feel great about Crawley. I don't know, man. They got to start scoring some goals. I mean, to be fair, going into the season, Crawley was like everybody's pick for 24th. So they've outperformed.
Yeah, it seems like everyone's got it wrong.
Yeah, they've outperformed, but I don't know.
Then down the bottom here, Aaron, who's moving up? Who's moving up of these lower teams?
Well, Bolton's going to move up. Rotherham's going to get headed up.
Of course, Rotherham's going to head
up. Watch Wigan. Wigan are getting a little run going here. Wigan could end up being a team right up in there chasing a playoff spot. I could see that.
So in this middle section, who's going up, who's going down?
I don't think Mansfield won't stay where they're at. They're not going to be that high on the table. Wickham could end up around there. Reading's probably around there. Crawley, I think, is going to be the ones up from right there in the middle. I think you're starting to see it kind of get where it's going to be.
Okay.
I don't know what to think about Barnsley. Barnsley in 7th. I don't know what to think about them.
Yeah.
They're so hit and miss that I'm just not sure about them. And then, in the playoff spots right now, Lincoln City, Stockport, Huddersfield, Charlton, Birmingham City, and us. Like, it would not surprise me if that's the top 6. Now, obviously, I think Birmingham's going to run away with the league. But I don't know. I'm not too sure. I mean, that honestly, like, that's probably the top 6. I think that's probably is about where it's going to end up in one way or another. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm pretty happy with. Yeah. Well, I pretty much agree with your top. Middle's a bit different, but you guys are the experts. You guys do the deep dive on the stats, so I think I'm going to defer to you guys on this. You guys got way more knowledge on this than I do. I love my stats, but you guys go deep.
Yeah.
So again, what do we got next, guys? What do we got next? Coming up, we've got Crawley Town this weekend at home.
Yes.
Yeah. Crawley Town. I think the last time we played them was a 4-1 or 5-1 beating last season. I wouldn't be surprised if it looks a lot like that this season. I don't think they're playing that well. They're not scoring goals. They will hold the ball, but they won't do anything with it, which is exactly the kind of team that we just absolutely beat the tar out of. So I think we'll get right back on track this weekend. I really do. I do think we'll see some changes, though. I think Dan Scar gets a start this weekend. I think Dan Scar gets his league start. I think Parky's been waiting for a reason to put him in, and
Aaron's
I think we got that reason last night. And here's the thing: I don't know who he's going to take out because I think there's a few ways he could go with it, but I do think Scar will be in the starting lineup on the weekend. So I'm not going to say who needs to be dropped because I think there's arguments for at least 2.
Yep.
But I think Scar. Okay. Yeah, I think Scar
sounds
definitely
like
starts on Saturday.
You predicted a player coming in, but you've gone all Switzerland on who's going out.
Well,
it's a hard
because
one to pick who's coming out.
I'll just say it. I'll throw it out there. It's okay. I think for Scar, his best position is going to be in the middle.
Yeah.
But I think of the 2 from last night, I think O'Connell was better than O'Connor. So I think it would be tough to drop O'Connell. I just don't know I'm not positive how O'Connell would play on the left. So it's just really going to be a Parky call. Who's he drop? Which one does he drop? Which one makes more sense? I think I think Max is probably safe though. I think he's done enough this season, and he wasn't awful. You know what I mean? He did. I wouldn't say he had a bad game last night.
No, he played okay.
Yeah, my reason with O'Connor, and he's been so good this year. This is what's tough, but to me, watching both the Stansfield goals back, I think O'Connor should have had him on the first one. I think he should have stepped in front of him before he slots that ball away. He just wasn't looking, didn't have his head on it. He was kind of watching what was happening instead of reacting to what the guy should be marking. And then on the big cross from their left back that come through, if you look at it, O'Connell had a man in front of him, and so he had to mark him. O'Connell still tried to jump up and head that ball away, but missed it. But O'Connor was, 2 yards behind, chasing Stansfield. Stansfield ran right by him, and he just wasn't ready. And so I think, again, O'Connor probably got beat on that one too, looking back at the film. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Maybe they were playing it different. So, don't hold me to that. I don't know what their roles were, but to me, it looked like O'Connor probably should have done better in both those situations. So I think he would be the one, if I was going to pick one to drop, it would be him. I just don't know how that works as far as fit. You know what I mean? So that's going to be the tricky part. It's going to be tricky. But I think Scar's got to play.
Over to you, Paddy. What do you?
Yeah.
He has got to be looking for a reason to get Scar on.
Mm-hmm.
We bought him in for a reason, and he's top quality. So he has to manage. He has to get him on, and this is the sort of scenario where, it's kind of a perfect situation now. It's a home match against a very beatable team, so you give Scar the opportunity, and he should, in theory, look amazing in that match with Crawley. And if he does, then he'll get another chance, and we'll see how it goes, I think.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
No. I don't disagree with any of those comments. I think you're pretty much right on point. And I don't think there's a need to do anything else anywhere. The only thing I think may also happen is obviously Cannon came on for Rathbone in the second half, and Cannon had that position before he was injured. So does Cannon come back and Rathbone goes back to the bench?
That's maybe. The problem is we broke our transfer record for Rathbone.
Yeah.
So to me that says we want this.
That didn't stop him with anybody else though, did it? Like in Parky's.
But he's in now. But he's in the side now.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So he's in the side, so you want to get him to fit, right?
It depends on Parky's opinion of how well he did versus Birmingham.
Yeah, that's true.
So
which was the best side in the league?
Yeah. But that's the point. It then comes down to a subjective opinion. Obviously, he wasn't great because the team wasn't great. Right. So then you really need to be looking at individual moments in the match and rating how well you think he should have done with this team versus how well he did do. And you have to be getting into that nitty-gritty and watching multiple cameras, focusing on him only, his positioning in all these passes, stuff like that, wayward passes, perfect passes. You dig down into that individual detail. And look, I just don't watch that for every player. But of course, it was a very difficult match to be in, and he should have allowances for that. So,
yep. That's a good question. Just what kind of footage? Look, they have multiple camera angles to work from.
I believe it.
Yeah,
I believe they do get all the camera angles.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Rathbone, Lee, Dobson need more time to gel. I think you've got to take. Okay, so if you look at Monday night's game in isolation, it doesn't look that great. You look at our 6 games so far this season, that's a different story. So I think that that obviously comes into everything in terms of what the coaching staff will decide to do. I agree Scar needs to get on the pitch only because I think he is that much of a quality player. I do want to see Rathbone with more time. I do eventually want to see Rev as part of our structure because I think that will open us up to being a more aggressive, attacking, threatening team. But can't complain with what the team's done so far. 6 games, 13 points, only 1 loss. 4 wins, a draw and a loss. Do that every 6 games. We'll probably get automatic promotion.
Yeah, you'd be in the top 2 with that.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah,
totally.
Well,
guys,
I reckon we should call it for the night. We've been on for nearly an hour and a half. Thanks to everybody that came in to watch. What do you think, guys? Any other things you want to add before we call it for a night?
Sorry for my internet falling apart. Look, my internet was like Notts County last season. Absolutely fell apart.
And this is probably the 3rd or 4th show in the TLP history that hasn't had Josh on it, and wasn't the smoothest. Wasn't too bad. Josh is probably sitting back going, well, guys, you could have done better. It would have been better if I was there. But
Hey,
we've survived.
it's all good. We were watching the wrong videos, and it was all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah. Well, look, there's been, I think, we've had Marie's saying score predictions. We'll get into that later in the week, probably, I think, for Crawley. I'm just going to say we're going to beat Crawley. There you go. That's what I'm going to say. And John in Iowa, is Paddy, do you share? Paddy's Excel sheets are like military grade top secret, as far as I know.
No, I will be happy to share some sheets, especially the tables and graphs and stuff like that. No problem. But if there's something in particular you're after, if I have it, I can maybe help you out. Best place to do that is Discord.
Yeah, Shell. Or if they've got suggestions on what they want to see on your stat show.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a great idea. People want to see some specific stats.
Yeah.
Put a message in the Discord, and I'm sure the boys will work on it. When is the next show?
For something like that, actually, just send me a DM, send me a direct message on it, and just let me know roughly what you'd like to see, and I can work on it.
Yeah. Become a member, like and subscribe to the video. Well, we might go round the horn. Final thoughts, boys. Who wants to start?
I'll go.
Actually, Aaron, he's got the dodgy internet. Aaron, you're up.
Yeah, let's get out of here before it falls apart again. It was, as far as results, I thought we had a lot of good results for us this weekend, other than obviously our result. Our own result didn't go our way, but we had some good results and a few surprises this weekend. It was a fun weekend in League One, I thought. Fun weekend. So hopefully this weekend is just.
And then his internet starts to break up.
Hey, and on that bombshell.
That was almost serendipitous timing right there from Aaron. What do you think, Shell?
Yeah, look, it was a good weekend in general. The previous weekend was a good weekend with the other results as well. We're in a great position. I'm not going to complain about first in the league. Yeah, that's onwards and upwards. Look, I don't mind losing to Birmingham. We're going to have losses this year, so we need to be aware and move on. And that's it, really. Onwards to Crawley. Now, I'll be a little bit more upset if we lose to Crawley.
Ooh. Yeah, don't. No need to blaspheme on the show, Paddy. No need to blaspheme. No swearing on the show.
So on that bombshell, see you guys.
Well, guys, there we go. I'll keep it short and sweet. That's the end of the That's a Wrap show for this week. It's been a big week. I think the boys nailed it right on the head there. Happy to be top of the table. Great results for us this weekend, except for our game. But looking forward to this weekend's games. The rest of the shows, you're going to have breakfast time coming on with Josh. Josh will be back tomorrow, absolutely. And the boys will have their stats show coming up again. We're going to set up a regular time slot for that. We haven't quite bedded that down. Other than that, guys, hope you have a great day. Looking forward to seeing you again. And on that bomb.